Senator Arroyo. I will ask a few questions. Madam Chair, as correctly observed earlier, especially by Senator Angara, our ambassador to China has very impressive credentials by way of experience. He has held posts in probably the most strategic countries in the neighborhood, even including Brazil. Of the BRIC, the so-called BRIC countries, only Russia is missing. You've been to India, now you're in China, and then Brazil. With these credentials, Mr. Ambassador, are you given the chance to help in the crafting of foreign policy?
Your Honor, I'm not involved so far, but if I will be asked, then I will express my opinion. But I'm not included in the planning or drafting because of my staying outside the country.
Yeah, thank you. Because right now your postings include very critical areas like East Asia, South China Sea, Yellow Sea with North Korea and South Korea, and then of course very close is Japan. Senator Angara talked about rare earth. I understand 97% of that can be found in your posting. This is very strategic and being used also as a leverage, not only for foreign policy, but for strategic consideration. How about in the area of tourism, Mr. Ambassador? How can the ambassador help with the vast manpower in mainland China? I understand mainland China, the tourists there are helping in propping up the economy in Macau as well as in Hong Kong. Maybe they can do the same for the Philippines.
Your Honor, the tourism industry is one of our main goals in the promotion. I am happy to report to Your Honor that in Beijing we have also a very experienced and able tourism attaché by the name of Jay Skira. She has done a lot of good work in the promotion, communicating with the magazine, newspaper, conduct seminar, close to the travel agency, always have good relationship and gathering with the travel agency people. And she has organized also a travel agency group to visit the Philippines with television crew. And in Shanghai, we have also a very good tourism officer there, and also in Xiamen and Guangzhou, which we have the consulate general. So, except during this Hong Kong hosted crisis, well, individually they still applying the visa because I keep on also asking the visa officer of the situation, the number of people applying for visa is still good enough, the same, but some of the tour group has really postponed their visit here, especially in Xiamen area and in Guangzhou. So, as far as the tourism industry for us, we know China is a very big market, and we will continue doing our very best. I will always, of course, supporting our tourism attaché from the Department of Tourism to promote the tourist industry, encouraging more Chinese to visit the Philippines.
And finally, Mr. Ambassador, what about protecting the interests of Filipinos in China? How many Filipinos are now in China, including the special administrative regions, the mainland, Macau, and Hong Kong?
In the mainland China, there are more than around 10,000 people working in China, living there. And in Beijing area, 1,920 in the Beijing city. So they compose of English teacher, musician, professional, working as manager, all the senior staff of a hotel or restaurant, and in a multinational company as officer, and in the international banking industry in China. So most of them are in Shanghai and Xiamen and Guangzhou. So far they are doing okay. And of course we have a small number of domestic helpers that working with the diplomat, foreign diplomat.
I understand there are Filipino teachers working in China.
Yes, that I forgot to mention.
Is that
We
a
have also
considerable
English
number,
teacher, yes.
Mr. Ambassador?
English teachers, Filipino, maybe a few hundred working in China.
And what is the role of the Philippine ambassador as far as Hong Kong and Macau are
Yes.
concerned?
Hong Kong, as we have the Consulate General there,
And that's
it's
where
the
we have
one
a lot
under
of
his
Filipinos.
jurisdiction. Under his the Consul General jurisdiction in Hong Kong. And as you know, we have more than maybe 150,000, including the professional living and working in Hong Kong. And in Macau, perhaps just about 20,000 or 20 to 25,000 in Macau.
Well, my final question is about the interest of Filipinos in China. I think there are 5 or 6 Filipinos being prominently mentioned in the death row in China. What's the latest on this, Mr. Ambassador?
Yes, Your Honor, this is something very, very serious, which always give us a nightmare, because these 5 been sentenced for death penalty, 4 from Xiamen, 1 from Guangzhou, and because of the being sentenced for the bringing more than 50 grams of drugs and arrested while they're entering China, and it was sentenced for death penalty in the lower court, and then we appealed to the higher court. Still they uphold the decision, now pending in the Supreme People Court. That is very serious, because the sentence there is death penalty with no reprieve. So it's been several months in the Supreme Court, and we have done all the possible ways. I visited the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the justices, the Vice Minister of the International Department of the Communist Party, the Foreign Minister, and several Vice Minister of the Foreign Minister